It is one of the unintended but very real consequences of drug use in our recent times. The opioid crisis is stretching foster care systems as more children are being removed from their homes of their drug-addicted parents. It's happening more often than you might think, even in your own neighborhood in Kentuckiana, affecting 70,000 children who are living no longer with their own parents. Tonight, our Robert Bradfield takes a closer look at this problem, the choice you can make right now to offer hope in this WHAS 11 News exclusive.
Having children is a parent's greatest joy. It was for Neil and Lucy Payne, the proud parents of 6 kids, 3 biological, 3 adopted.
We are busy.
They started the adoption process 3 years ago. Skylar, Kiera, and Zaylin becoming permanent Payne family members earlier this year. Neil isn't just a husband and a dad. He's also a foster parent recruiter. He and his wife have fostered 14 children since 2013.
I wish I could take them all in. I wish I had a place that I could, any kid that needed a home had a place to go.
5 years ago, 6,000 children were in the state's care. Today, there are more than 8,600 foster children. The increase due in large part by parents who have lost custody because of their addiction to opioids. The phrase opioid orphans becoming an all too familiar and common reality.
When someone is struggling with addiction, that can override someone's ability to care for their child.
Josh Swetnam is the foster care program manager at Louisville's Boys and Girls Haven, a nonprofit that provides a safe haven for children in state care.
The crisis is big, and we have to have as many people involved to help fight the good fight.
Since its start in 1948 through 2015, the Boys and Girls Haven found homes for more than 5,000 abandoned, abused, and neglected children. Last year alone, they served the needs of 1,034 kids.
This is such important work because these children are our future.
Swetnam has 2 adopted children, an 8-year-old boy and a 2-year-old girl. Swetnam says his daughter came from a family with a history of abuse. He knows there are other children with similar experiences that have not been given the chance to become part of a forever family.
Even if someone has a heart to just support a young person who's in foster care, as a mentor, as a teacher, as a tutor, and certainly as a foster parent, we would love to have as many people as we can involved.
A parent's drug addiction can happen well before their children become toddlers or teens. Doctors at Norton Healthcare's prenatal addiction program are treating more infants who experience drug withdrawals after birth, a consequence of the mother's drug use during pregnancy.
We're going to have to reach a critical mass to get the kind of help and attention and support that we need to really address this crisis.
It's called neonatal abstinence syndrome, and doctors estimate it affects 1 in every 200 births nationally. In Kentucky, doctors say it's even more prevalent, closer to 1 in every 100 births. Kentucky law does not require doctors to notify law enforcement if newborns are experiencing those withdrawals. Norton Healthcare offers recovery programs for expectant mothers, currently working with 160 soon-to-be moms.
We're trying to maintain contact with our patients even after birth, primarily to be sure that they're well, the baby's well. We're encouraging them to continue their efforts at recovery beyond the delivery.
Back at the Boys and Girls Haven, it is putting out the call for you to be a hero, be a foster parent. So far, 9 families have come forward this year to open their homes, surpassing the agency's goal of 6. Swetnam says there is no such thing as having too many eager parents.
We want parents who will bring these children in and treat them as if they were their own.
Which also means more families like Payne and Swetnam must be willing to foster or adopt. It's estimated the state could have more than 10,000 children living in foster care within the next 5 years because of their parents' opioid use.
One thing I get is, well, I'm going to get too attached. Well, then you're doing it correctly. That you should get too attached to the kids.
You can give a child a chance, and you can provide that child with a vision of what family can be and what love can be, that you can change that child's life.
And let's make that happen. And I know, Doug, we did a Facebook Live here a short time ago. Some people asking us, well, how old do I have to be to really adopt or be in the foster families? Well, there's no specific age here. You just saw Neil. He's in his 30s. Again, no specific age, but you will have to go through a background check and home visits.
I've been struck by the number of grandparents who've been contacting us since we first started telling you that Robert's story was going to come on. Grandparents who were empty nesters, truly retired, jumped back in, and some are saying, look, we didn't expect to be parents again, but we are now raising these children for what, the next 15 years?
Yeah, well, and they have two options, to either take their children as well or go ahead and move them onto the foster care system in the state system, and no parent or grandparent wants that. My best friend dealing with that as well, his mom now taking care of his sister's 2 young children because she did drugs when she was pregnant as well. So it's more prevalent than we'd like to see, and we also have contact information with some of these agencies on our website as well.
And the financial drain, but you look past that.
Yes,
because of
you have to.
The love you have to give. All right, thank you, Robert.